Warren from NQ Explorers. Today we're on a permission, which is a 1,000-acre farm. There's some old farmhouses and workers' cottages on here, plus a silver mine and a gold mine. Wayne's invited us on here today. You'll see him in the video later. It's one of his permissions. He's found several coins and a few medallions and things in this area previously. This is only his second or third trip in, so we've been invited in to have a look around too. We've got a couple of AT Pros and an Apex, so let's see what we unearth. Thanks for joining us. So here's my first target of the day. I'm on the Apex in multi-frequency. That's the end of an old belt or something. Mid-tone 62. You can see the clamps there, and like a throw-over clamp from a belt with the teeth, and the belt would have gone through there, I guess. Probably some sort of alloy, obviously. Colleen's working over on the tree line there. Some old mango trees there, and looks like the remnants of possibly a cellar here, or maybe a horse trough, but there's definitely a dug depression there. Over here on the fence line, I've just taken the saw back. I've got a nice solid 83, so let's go live here. See what we get out of this. Let's give you the sound of the Apex audio on it. Very high tone, 83, and close to the coil, as you can hear, because it's quite loud on that hybrid proportional audio right there. Just very dry and hard. As you can see, the landowner has burnt the paddock as a precaution against the summer fires, so he's got some control. Oh, I've got a lovely old brass buckle. Look at that. That's old. Early 1900s, late 1800s. Nice. Well, there's my next target, which is a bit hard to miss. It's a beautiful big old brass tap. Lots of brass in that. Nice one. Here's my next find. There's another solid 83 on Apex. Beautiful old brass buckle off a saddle or something. So we're just going over to investigate a sunbaker. Colleen's reporting. Well, I assume it's a coin. I don't really know. We've been digging. I've got a couple of brass buckles. How you been going?
Lots of roofing nails.
Oh, lots of roofing nails. You've got to dig them because they're in the 70s, aren't they? The lead.
Actually, in the 90s.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, well, let's just go and see what this report is over here. It's difficult underfoot. You can see there's some old infrastructure here. Actually, there's old concrete cellars or whatever they are. Could be in-ground water tank. Well, normally in Queensland, North Queensland, you get the corrugated iron tank on a stand for pressure. There's an old plough, look at that. Old horse-drawn plough. A furrower. Oh yeah. Hang on. So down in the creek here, Colleen's up above the creek, there's a big mango tree over there, which obviously isn't native, it's been planted. Where's your sunbaker?
I didn't really detect it, I just saw the one.
Oh, that's a penny, by the look of it. That's awesome. That's a more modern beer bottle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Colleen has found a sunbaker. Look at that. It's a KG5, so it'll be a Commonwealth penny. That's been laying there for a long time. It's been in the fire too, obviously, but it hasn't damaged it. I'll just give it a bush clean and we'll see what it is. Okay, here's Colleen's sunbaker. It's a 1935 Commonwealth KG5 penny. That's in beautiful condition, but look at the patina. That's been facing downwards, and this one's been in the sun. So he's a little bit sunburned there, the king. Yeah, that's nice work. Right, here's my next find. It's an alloy of some description, Victorian or early 20th century, probably off a lamp or a bit of tableware. And down the back it's got a steel rod. I'm not sure what that's off, but I'd say it'd be some sort of decorative household item. Nice. Okay, I can't claim this one. This is Colleen's find. She's called me over to have a look at it. Awesome old, probably 19th century butter dish. Oh, okay, you're not going to get the butter again. Sorry about the wind. It was howling in from the sea. But look at this. Beautiful. That would have been a fairly special piece of kitchenware at some point. Let's get the... There's your butter. I guess it's a butter dish with some kind of hinge on it. Awesome. Seashell style. Oh, actually, it's got little legs, so maybe it was a serving dish. I'm not really sure. We'll look that up and see if we can find something similar on the internet. So these are out the back of the house here. They appear to be underground water systems, which is a little bit unusual for North Queensland. Usually there's water tank, corrugated iron tank on a stand. That's been, it's an old water tank, ship's tank. Well, this one here is a riveted tank. Perhaps that one was too, and it's been concreted. Maybe that's to keep the water cool, and there's a bit of piping around, so we assume that's what it is. You can see there's a bit of the old riveted ship's tank there. There's a really interesting old relic down in the gully here. We think this dates from the 1890s, early 1900s, and it's a bit of a farming museum. Some of the old implements are all horse-drawn, but it's just laying around here, down in this gully. I mean, it doesn't look very attractive. The landowner, he's burnt this. It was sugar cane, but now it's going to be cattle. So he's burnt the cane off. He's just going to plough it, plant grass with the cattle. That's why it looks like this. But down here, there's an old horse-drawn plough, which is a real museum piece. Down in the gully here. Oh, look at that. It's completely intact, it's just half buried on the bank. And Wayne's found an really old spanner, and we're finding quite a bit of brass rings and steel rings off horse-drawn equipment, so it was definitely a horse-worked farm from the early 1900s, late 1800s into the 1920s and 30s perhaps. So this is one of several very large and very old mango trees on the creek line. These would have been planted probably 100 years ago by the pioneers of the area. Righto, Wayne, what do you got to show us here? Wayne, firstly, thanks for letting us on your permission. It's been awesome so far.
No, you're very welcome.
We're about to move on to part 2, the workers' cottages.
Indeed.
So what do you got here?
Just a few finds. So the big spanner here, that was just laying on the surface by the trees.
Yeah, that's old, isn't it?
It is. So this stake here threw me. That was actually giving me a signal of 80. It was actually in the ground like so.
Oh, okay.
But, so I thought I found something very nice, but alas not. But, it's
some 303 cartridges.
Indeed.
Oh, and where's that little pistol? You got a really old 3-ring pistol round. That could be 19th century, that thing.
That's the base of a 38.
Right. Yep. And this here is like a butter dish or something you got earlier on the last trip you did. It's actually hallmark.
It's a little serving tray or something.
A serving tray.
Yeah.
It's got EPNS, but it'll be English electroplate, because there is a hallmark on it. It's not in, like I said before, you're not going to put a cake on it now, but it's still in reasonable condition. Yeah. Okay, we're moving on to the second site on the property. There was 3 workers' cottages here. Colleen's digging a target there. Beautiful little spot. Up in there was a mine, and there was another old house down around on the river, which is down in that valley there. But I've got a find over here. We've only moved here 5 minutes ago. I think it's a teaspoon. It looks like a teaspoon bowl exposed in the hole. Yep. And it's good nick too. Complete. That'll be hallmarked. And we should be able to date it. I'll suggest a date from the early 20th century, but I'll try to get a date off it and I'll subtitle any information I get. We've got a bit of a wind issue here, but this is an absolutely beautiful spot we're showing you here. We're enjoying it. Now, awesome point here. Victorian style old buckle, look at that.
Well, it looks like it's been switched a bit.
It's been damaged. I don't know if you did that, but that's a pretty old buckle. That's like a lady's buckle, so there would have been women up here.
Yeah. Do you reckon there's another part to it though? Or
That's been rested on a rock or something, has it?
Is it a buckle or
yeah,
is
it's a buckle. No,
it
it's
is.
definitely
Yeah,
a
there's
buckle.
another thing there.
Lady's buckle. Nice. It's brass or copper.
Yeah. It was ringing up solid 80, so.
Okay. Well, there's a rocket that came out with it. I'm afraid it was resting on that rock.
Yeah, it could have been on that.
Nice one.
Has that got colour in it?
Yeah.
Looks like it's got a bit of blue.
Some
or
enamelling,
something.
maybe?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, on the heels of Colleen's belt buckle, I've got this beautiful old late 19th century, possibly milk glass.
Just soften all the soil around it.
Yeah, I know, I'll have to...
There, Wayne, use bones.
It's like concrete, this soil. We'll just, this is like an archaeology dig now, look at it. Need a brush.
Because it might be a bit fragile down there.
I think it's complete.
I'll have it stay there.
I've got an idea. I've got a signal here. This way, like I didn't obviously get this on the metal detector, but I think it may have its lid. It may be complete with its, you know, copper or brass lid. Man, this, yeah, look. I think it's got a top on it. That's why I'm getting a signal. It was a high tone 78, 80, but that's this could be a little jar of gold nuggets, eh? Yeah, look at the lids on it.
It's a little salt shaker or something
Oh,
like
it
that.
could be. Yeah, actually, it might be. Maybe it's not that old. It might be a 1920s sort of style. Anyway, look, I'll turn the camera off. We'll be back shortly once I've excavated this relic from the ground. Okay, well there it is, complete with lid. That's how I detected the target. The machine was getting a 78 to 80 on that. But that is intact. It's a screw top, so it's not really 1800s, I don't think. Probably 1920s or 30s maybe. Interesting to see if there's anything in it. It feels empty, or it's full of gold nuggets.